Welcome, fans. We are here for Emerald Downs Weekly, the first show of 2019 as we head toward opening day this Saturday, April 20th. It's Emerald Downs Weekly right here on NBC Sports Northwest. Joe Withy, Director of Publicity, Gary Doherty, our Director of Promotions, and Track President Phil Ziegler. Fellas, here we go for 2019.
We're back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Already had a couple of events this week. We had the draw at the Quarter Shoot Cafe for the first card. 9 races starting at 2 p.m. this Saturday. And a little function in the Quarter Shoot as well for all the horsemen. Just things are happening. Gary, you're getting ready for an opening weekend as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, first race, 2 o'clock. We got $5,000 in jewelry giveaways during the races, so that'd be a lot of fun, right, Phil?
Yeah, we have some great stuff, necklace, bracelets, some gentlemen's rings. So this isn't just for ladies. We have jewelry for both guys and gals, and a lot of great stuff to give away this Saturday, opening day at Emerald Downs. It's always so exciting, and the weather forecast looks really nice.
That helps a lot. Looking forward to that as we'll race on Saturday afternoons for several weeks, and later in June we'll go to our Saturday night cards, Saturday evening, twilight racing. So similar schedule as last year, but opening day is upon us. We have a really nice card as well for this Saturday at Emerald Downs. And fill out your free entry blank when you come into the track, and you'll be part of that 24-carat giveaway, which will be happening throughout the day. We'll have a little atmosphere, some music out front as well, and
Right.
some new jockeys to look forward to. We'll get to a lot of that stuff on today's show.
Right, Joe.
Right, it is. So it's been a while since we got together here at this set and on NBC Sports Northwest. By the way, watch us on Thursday nights and again repeated on Friday mornings. We built up a little fan base the last couple of years, Phil.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing when you walk around and people say, oh, we watched you guys on Thursday night at 11 or Friday mornings at 9, or people that tape the show and then watch it back, or they're watching on YouTube TV or Hulu or online or on demand. And so many different ways to see the show now.
True.
And we have such a good time doing this. We're looking forward to doing this throughout the whole season. We have a lot of fun with this, and Gary has a lot of fun starring in some special segments that we do.
6 months.
I know.
6 months, and
6 months. It's been about that since we've raced here at Emerald Downs, and I was fortunate enough to be part of the David Israel, Al Adams ownership group, and a few of us others, and it was a nice afternoon, evening in February at the WTBOA banquet as Sip and Fire was named Washington Horse of the Year. He had that great season last year, and Steve Pilgrim, Charlie Clark, Dick Clark is in there as well. And just a nice evening for us as Sip and Fire, of course, won 4 consecutive stakes races. There I am talking again. But
you got to be. I got to interview you at
right.
that dinner because you were the recipient. You were getting the award, making the acceptance speech. Kind of interesting to be on the other side there.
Yeah,
you're so used to talking to people who win things, and there you were.
You made me sit out in the audience. It just felt strange, believe me.
No, right?
Yeah, there was a lot of distractions out there. But,
from your table.
Yeah, nonetheless.
very cool.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was great.
Would you ever imagine in all the years you've been in the game to have a horse of the year, a Washington bred horse of the year, be a part owner?
Well, no, you really don't expect that to happen. You
awesome.
Like to get involved in horses here and there.
And
Gary, the theme is...
that was a victory. We had a victory cake, right, Phil?
Yeah, and Edgar and Shannon from our group
What'd we
sales,
win?
and Edgar, our new marketing director there.
Well, when you won the award.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the same night. Okay.
Yeah, that's the same night. Gary eating some cake.
One piece.
Yes, doing some refereeing.
Yeah.
Right?
That was a big game right there, a championship game.
Championship of what?
5th graders, maybe.
All right.
Gary does a lot of basketball refereeing.
That's our new special.
That's your desk, right?
That's a $3.95 New York steak and eggs, Phil.
After you've demolished it, right?
It's cheaper than what you can get in Reno.
Yeah, I see
We have a
that.
better deal.
Well, you went to Reno, right?
I did.
Oh, my.
That was at Gulfstream Park for the Pegasus Cup.
Well, how much did you pay for that picture? Get 2 women to stand that close to you.
Still paying for it. Yeah, they're having a fun time. That was a pre-race party at Gulfstream Park.
You look like you've had a couple there.
Yep. Joe?
Oh, a trip to Portland.
Yes.
Oh, the Emerald Downs contingent down at Portland Meadows in, was that January?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
we
a
had
good
a
trip.
time down there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very
All
nice.
of us in that picture.
Mm-hmm.
So, the $3.95 steak and eggs is available, Thursday through Sunday,
Yeah,
starting
it's
at
a great
10:30?
special. Great special.
Fantastic.
Yeah, 10 o'clock, late night
10
special,
o'clock.
Thursday through Sunday evening. And in my off season, I do this even during the summer. I do this dog agility thing
Very
with my dog
competitive.
Foxy. So there we are at the
Is this-
CenturyLink Event Center
Wow.
doing tunnels and jumps. And there's Foxy, and there I am
Outstanding.
towards the end of the run here. People, about a couple hundred people cheering us on, and that was a clean run. And there comes Foxy over the last jump. Good
No
job,
wonder-
Foxy.
No wonder you go to the gym every day. You need to stay fit to keep up with your dog.
I know. She's faster than I am, so she's usually waiting for me.
Yes.
Yes, it was a lot of fun.
Some of the things that have been happening, and for the last few months, we've been getting ready for this season number 24 at Emerald Downs. Again, starting this Saturday at 2 p.m. We're going to take Sunday off, Easter Sunday, and we'll back with a 2-day race week, Saturday and Sunday.
But the track will be open for
Yeah, very
simulcasting.
good.
So there are some tracks running. I think the California racing. New York doesn't run, but I think Florida and California and some other states do on Easter Sunday.
Free
So
admission
you
that
can
day.
come and watch it. And we do a free admission for Easter Sunday out here at the track. Simulcasting only.
Okay, that's on Easter Sunday. Put August 11th on your calendar. It is going to be a fantastic day of racing in the state of Washington. Once again, that is Long Acres Mile Sunday, and we've rethemed it a little bit. Bigger and better, Phil.
Yeah, 4 stakes races on one day, the mile, the distaff, the derby, and the Oaks. It's championship Sunday with 4 of the main divisions championship races being held back to back to back to back on that day. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll have a pick 4 for that as well, and all the best horses on the grounds will pretty much be running.
Gary, some upcoming promotions.
Yeah, real quick. Opening day is Saturday. The following weekend, if you're a teacher or work for a school, come on out, show your credentials. We'll let you in for free. Obviously, the following weekend, big weekend with the Kentucky Derby. Make sure you get a fancy hat. Come out to the track. You might win a gift card or cash. New event would be Cinco de Mayo on May 5th with some dancing horses. That should be a fun time. And the following weekend, our first Fat Friday. Come out, get your T-shirt. Also, live music every Friday night. And we go to Mother's Day on the weekend.
And a Mother's Day Saturday and Sunday this year, May 11th and 12th. You need to be here for all of those upcoming days, starting with this Saturday, 2 p.m. And we're just getting started here on Emerald Downs Weekly, our first show of the year. We're going to be right back here on NBC Sports Northwest.
Yeah, Mother's Day we have the buffet.
2
Saturday,
buffets, right?
Saturday and Sunday. A little cheaper on Saturday too. So
How about try them both?
yeah, oh, I'm sure you will.
You're watching Emerald Downs Weekly right here on NBC Sports Northwest. Happy to be back and getting ready for another opening at Emerald Downs. Of course, the track opened back in 1996, June 20th. And Strawberry Morn won the first race. She was an outstanding horse. We've seen many, many great Sunday afternoon stakes performances here. And we're going to start off with a 9-race card on Saturday at 2 p.m. Joe Withey, Gary Doherty, and Phil Ziegler. And fellas, let's take a look back a little bit at last year and how it might apply to 2019. Our leading jockey for 3 straight seasons has been Rocco Bowen. Another big year for Rocco. 109 victories, 23% wins, and of course he rode Sippin' Fire to those 4 consecutive stakes victories. And no jockey at Emerald Downs or in Long Acres 59-year history ever won 4 consecutive titles, Gary, and it looks like it might not happen this year either.
Right, Joe. Yeah, that would have been an amazing sight to see if Rocco could do 4 straight. Hopefully he'll get back on the track this year and be riding this summer. But opens the doors, Phil, for maybe a new top rider and some riders coming in from out of state.
Yeah, that makes it kind of wide open. Kevin Orozco is back, and we have Juan Gutierrez is also back
Yes.
after being out all of last year. And having him here will, of course, he's been, top 5 in almost every season he's been here. So
15 different seasons,
amazing, yeah.
So Rocco with a bit of a shoulder issue, and he's not getting on horses currently, so it'll take him a little time. He'll have to get on some horses in the morning for a couple of weeks or so, and we wish him a speedy recovery. He has been outstanding with his aggressive style and stakes wins have been voluminous. He just has been tremendous with Climb starting back when he rode Maker's Finale for Tom Wenzel. He picked up the mount back, I think it was 2011. So Rocco Bowen, best wishes to you on your comeback. Kevin Orozco, young Kevin, as Phil mentioned, really up and coming among jockeys.
The Outlaw.
Yeah, Gary Wales spent the winter down in Tampa and had some rides down there, did a lot of exercising. He had a great year. He had
Julian Couton, he'll be back, right?
Julian Couton is expected to be back, not right away, as he usually comes back sometime into the meet. So we're going to have an interesting jockey calling, and a lot of wins out there for these guys with Rocco not piling up over 100. As far as trainers, Jeff Metz won the title last year by 1 over Blaine Wright. And Jeff, with his 4th title at Emerald Downs, Blaine had won the previous 2 titles. Right behind them, 5-time leading trainer Frank Lucarelli. Joe Toy had another solid season coming up from Phoenix and Turf Paradise, and Vince Gibson, Candy Tillett. Candy's going by her maiden name this year of Candy Kreiderman. As you see Candy Kreiderman in publications, that'll be the same gal. And she, of course, trains for John Parker, our 3-time leading owner. But Blaine Wright, fellas, leading stakes trainer as well the last 2 years. He really has an impressive stable.
Absolutely. Dominated, and it has quite a few stakes runners, too, Phil. I think he won all the older filly division stakes with 5 different filly mares last year.
Yeah, and this category, I know, it's amazing. And this category is going to be wide open, too, because Jeff Metz has decided to stay in California and not come to Emerald Downs this year. So we've had our leading jockey and leading trainer from last year at least not start the season here, which definitely opens up both those categories.
Yeah, Gary mentioned it, but how about that? 5 different filly and mare stakes races at Emerald Downs last year. Blaine Wright won them all with 5 different horses. That is really outstanding. And he's got this horse in his barn in 2019, another twist of fate, here romping in the El Camino Real Derby at Golden Gate in February, winning by 9 over a heralded Bob Baffert trainee. And another twist of fate was definitely on the Kentucky Derby trail at that point.
It still may be in the point standings, sitting at 23, so they're hopeful to get in, and if they don't, of course, they have an automatic entry into the Preakness, but we're going to see another twist of fate, either in the Derby, Preakness, or both. We'll see.
Right.
Since that victory at Golden Gate, he finished 2nd in the Sunland Derby and 2nd just last weekend in the Lexington Stakes at Keeneland. And as Phil mentioned, he's just under the point qualifying total for 20 runners in the Kentucky Derby. So really good 3-year-old owned by Peter Redekop, trained by Blaine Wright, another twist of fate.
The amazing thing is the last trainer from the Northwest to win a title, training your Lion-Curse or Emerald Downs, was a person by the name of Lloyd Lawson. That was in 1956. So Mr. Wright's, this is waters that we don't see too often.
Here is a maiden race at Emerald Downs last summer for 2-year-olds. The filly in the pink there that got behind the boys and had a little bit of traffic, her name is Motion Emotion. Mr. Frank won this. He went on to finish 4th in the Gottstein. Rally Cat was 2nd. He won a maiden special weight at Golden Gate. Frolic and Detour 3rd, but Motion Emotion has been outstanding this year. Here's the $500,000, I have trouble saying that much money, fantasy at Oaklawn last weekend. Lady Apple came up the inside to nip Motion Emotion, who was the favorite, but she has 2 wins at Oaklawn. She has 2 stakes second placings, and she's headed toward the Kentucky Oaks. Mike Puich developed her. Tom Van Berg has her for Dr. DiDomenico in the Midwest.
Yeah, awesome. And speaking of female horses on the international scene, Gary, you were in on this horse from the start. You were telling us about Winks when she had won like 12 or 13 in a row. 33 in a row to finish her career. I was almost crying watching this.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
A very special moment last weekend.
And there she is. Powerful horse. All her races in Australia. Won a bunch of Group 1s, won a ton of money, and 33 in a row to close out an incredible career.
All ridden by Hugh Bowman.
Just not enough superlatives to throw at Winks with 33 in a row and career over. But wow, that was something else the last couple of years especially. Okay, so we have some interest in the national scene from local horsemen. And a lot of interest at Emerald Downs right here in Auburn on Saturday. First race 2 p.m. We'll be back to talk more Emerald Downs racing right here on NBC Sports Northwest.
You got your Winks hat. Your hat.
Winks hat, and Winks needs to find a date with a sire.
Yeah, Winks is going to
That shouldn't be a problem.
stay busy, yeah.
Thinking maybe Hong Kong or Japan.
Emerald Downs Weekly every Thursday night and replayed again Friday mornings right here on NBC Sports Northwest. We are getting ready for season 24 at Emerald Downs, and we talked a little bit about Championship Sunday, more about that. Let's go back to last year's owners' standings, and a very prominent fella around these parts here in Auburn. John Parker won his third owner's title. As you can see, he tied for first with Saratoga West with 17 victories. But 3 consecutive seasons now, Parker has been at the top of the list. He's a popular guy around here. He claims a lot of horses. He breeds them now, and he races them. He's got a stud in the state, Gold Rush Dancer, 2017 mile winner. John Parker is getting loaded up with a lot of gray horses, too. He loves those for 2019.
And if you need some trucking, Freight Northwest is company. There he is. We all refer to him as John Parker. Everybody yells his name around here. John Parker. We love John Parker. He's a great supporter of the track. And if you happen to be up in the box seats when he's around, it's a good chance he's going to buy you lunch.
Yeah. Matt Dinnerman did not lose any weight at Emerald Downs in his couple seasons here as a track announcer because John was sending cheeseburgers up there often to the
Tom
booth.
Harris gets them now.
Okay.
Yeah, he gets those burgers every day. Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, there's Parker looking for his 4th owner's title, and boy, he's got a few horses in his stable. Candy Kreiderman, his trainer, and we'll see if he can pull off quite a feat of winning 4 consecutive owner titles. Okay, Phil.
Speaking of statistics, we have
stats.
a new feature on Emerald Downs Weekly this year called Stat of the Week. And this is going to be a showdown between Joe and Gary, and we're going to pick a winner every week and keep a running tally. And I'm going to be the judge in this thing. So for our first Stat of the Week, and you guys haven't consulted on this, Joe, what's your Stat of the Week?
Okay, how about this? Chris Stensley has 3 2-year-olds in her barn training right now at Emerald Downs. They're full brothers to the last 3 horses of the meeting at Emerald Downs. One is called Brothers, full brother to Sip and Fire. Harbor's Rule is a full brother to Mach 1 Rules, and Spit and Image, another colt, a full brother to O.B. Harbor. That is pretty unique. That's a solid lineup right there. All are by Harbor the Gold, full brothers to 3 straight.
That's impressive.
Gary, what's
That's
your
pretty unique.
stat of the week?
Well, my stat goes through history of opening day. We're probably the only racetrack in the country that can tell you what trainers won the most races on the 23 opening days. That would be Hall of Famer Howard Belvoir with 18, Jeff Metz, Tim McCann right behind with 11 and 10, and Robbie Bays has won 9. So Howard Belvoir, most wins on the 23 opening days at Emerald Downs. Jockeys, Juan Gutierrez is back. He's 1 behind Galen Mitchell, who won 14 wins on the 23 opening days. Rocco got to 11. And Jennifer Whitaker, who's won 10 since her first one in 2001.
Okay.
What about owners?
I'm waiting
How
for
many
somebody.
boards are you going to have?
Just jockeys and trainers.
He's doubling up on me.
I'm waiting for somebody in my ear to tell me who they think won this first round. Oh my God!
Come on.
They're yelling at me.
Are
You
you
can hear this.
They're on Gary?
They are saying the winner is easily Joe Withy.
Ooh.
All right. So
I would have picked myself there.
yeah, of course.
But Gary's info is good. He's got great stats, accurate.
patronizing him
But
now.
There's a
his
little-
is done once Saturday's over with. Those horses in Chris Stensley's barn are going to be talked about a lot. Yeah.
Well, what if Juan wins 2 races? He'll pass Mitchell.
Fantastic.
Well, that would have been a good stat for next week.
Oh,
Maybe that would have been it.
that's a good point
That's
there.
good. Yeah. So.
Well, I'll work on it. I'm down 1-0.
Good.
all right.
We got a few weeks ago.
We did. And
Joe's up 1-0.
Gary's got some good data.
I do.
God, those guys in the studio, they were yelling at me.
Did you piss them or did you irritate them today
I did-
somehow?
I did
'Cause
not
I
bring-
think everybody was.
I did not bring them their pizza.
Okay.
They wanted me to
All
bring
right.
pizza before the
All
first
right.
show, and I didn't do it. So That might be the reason why.
Okay. Let's
Winner,
get
Joe
back.
Withy.
Championship Sunday, and the defending champion of the Long Acres Mile is Barkley, now a 6-year-old. He is the headliner in the older horse division right now because he won the mile, and he's also won a stakes race here at ages 2, 3, 4, and 5. Only Noosa Beach has done that along with Barkley. So, boy, if he wins another stake this year, now there's a stat I might have to pull out on you. It won't be too much of a secret at the time. But there's Barkley winning the 83rd mile last August at Emerald Downs. Javier Matias aboard for trainer Howard Belvoir, who won his 3rd mile. And, of course, Vicky Potter's syndicate ownership. Just a tremendous run for that horse, Barkley. And he's doing great, by the way, is getting ready for his 6-year-old season.
I think that win paid for another cruise by Vicky and the group. They kind of go on a cruise every winter. It's usually off a couple of their big horses here at the racetrack.
They spend their stakes winning money well. They take trips every year. So congratulations to Howard winning the mile again. And moving on, we have the distaff as well on Mile Day, Championship Sunday. And Blaine Wright has a filly by the name of Bella Mia. She's been state champion at age 2 and at age 3. Last year she had another stakes win. She was won 4 in a row as a 2-year-old filly. And boy, she is fast and she's pretty tough up front. Here she is at Emerald Downs last year with her stakes victory. Not out of the money once last year, and we'll see if he can develop her into an Emerald Distaff winner.
He's got a bunch of those horses he could bring in for that race.
That's right. As we said, he took 5 different stakes last year with fillies and mares. So Bellamia now a 4-year-old. Among the Derby contenders early, how about let's take a look at state champion 2-year-old from last year. His name is Baja Sir, also from the Blaine Wright barn. And this is a son of Smiling Tiger who won by 7 and 10 lengths in his 2 starts last year, including a stake win. If he can be a 2-turn horse, he is pretty talented, very talented, let's say, Baja Sir. And he's owned by John and Janine Mariansky, heavy favorite. And the Gottstein Futurity last year, of course, there was a couple fillies in there, and that gray filly in the middle of the track is going to come up and win at long shot odds. Steve Bullock trainee, Northwest Factor, 6 for 6 in the money, 2 stakes wins last year.
Gary Wells up.
Yeah, Gary picked up the mount.
I believe it was.
Yeah,
and there's Joe in the winner's
that was,
circle.
That was pretty amazing. She is a tough-minded horse, and Steve Bullock is getting her ready for her 3-year-old campaign. Okay. There's a look at some of the contenders for Championship Sunday. That's down in August. We'll talk more about opening day and Emerald Downs stuff right here on NBC Sports Northwest. Stay with us.
You were in the winner's circle a lot last year, Joe.
God.
Worked out okay.
Yeah, not bad.
A new addition to the extended Emerald Downs family. Our director of television, Wes Petrie, had his first child, and that beautiful gal is Sydney Ryan Petrie.
I'm not happy.
Why?
I think they should have named her Winks Ryan Petrie.
Wow.
Winks. We could call her Winks.
We'll
That's
take
not
that
a
up with
bad
the
idea.
mom.
Winks. Right, Phil?
Oh, I'm not getting involved in this.
Me either.
No.
Sydney is a nice name.
Very
for
nice
a
name.
Nice, cute baby girl. Kept keeping Wes occupied, and but he's here as well as the rest of our crew for a new season of Emerald Downs Weekly. And new season, how about some predictions for 2019? You guys did a little better on the predictions than I did last year, but
We did.
we'll see how we do for 2019. How about Horse of the Year? Let's start off with that. Barkley, certainly a contender. Can Sip and Fire join the older horse division and compete well? A couple horses you've seen on video already. I'm going to go with one of those that we just looked at, Baja Sir. Lots and lots and lots of talent. And the Blaine Wright runner was untouchable in 2 races at 2 by Smiling Tiger. That sire is doing very well with his West Coast runners. And that's what it takes. Baja Sir for Horse of the Meeting.
Is he a Warbred?
Yes, he is.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was Washington champion 2-year-old.
Okay, that's right.
Gary, how about you for your horse of the meeting?
Well, I went back to the barns a few weeks ago, and I was in the Blaine Wright barn, and I saw this gray, just all excited and like he owned the place, and a horse called Riser. Hopefully back for another great year. I think he was the best horse here last year until he got hurt, so hopefully he'll rebound for a big, big year.
He is absolutely super talented. 5 for 7 at this track, and that includes being DQ'd.
True.
So he's actually been to the wire first in 6 of his 7 starts here. How about you, Phil?
Oh, I'm doing a weird. You guys gonna be mad at me for
Mad?
this, but
Oh.
yeah,
We
this
can't
is
get
kind of
mad
a
at the
cop-out
boss, unfortunately. We can talk behind his back.
Because my prediction is the horse of the meet is a horse we don't know who it is yet. It's going to be a 2-year-old who has not started here obviously yet. I think we're going to have
A 2-year-old?
2-year-old take the stage here and win a bunch of races and be horse of the meet. Now I don't know who that is, and I know it's a cop out, but I don't think
He doesn't know his history that well. It's pretty tough for a 2-year-old to be horse of the meet.
that's
Last
my
time.
prediction.
No
90
curfew way back in the
96,
90s.
97.
Jack Hodge has a couple.
happened.
He hasn't even named them yet.
Okay.
A couple of them, and
Really?
I think we'll see.
Certainly possible.
Yes.
Okay. And why don't you start off with your top jockey of the meet prediction?
Well, with Rocco getting a late start, if he comes back from his injury, which we hope he does, and Julian Catan not getting here until June, I'm going to go with Kevin Orozco, who had a great year last year. I think he's going to get a lot of the mounts that would have gone to Rocco, and I think he's going to be in a great position to win.
he is a up-and-coming star. You know,
He's the chalk right now. He's
Yeah,
probably,
that's
4
kind
to
of a
5?
favorite. Yeah,
4 to 5?
I'd say that.
That's okay.
Yeah. What about you?
There's
I would-
Kevin winning
there's
aboard
Kevin,
Princess
absolutely.
of the Nile and the
Yeah.
Washington Oaks last year.
And he's on social media, and Kevin was all excited to show some pictures of getting back here at the racetrack down the quarter chute with Sally. So he's pumped up for a big year.
Is that who you're picking?
No,
Oh.
he's a logical pick.
All right.
Yeah.
I kind of talked to Marbles, who's got 3 jockeys, and he's got a jockey by the name of George Carreno, who's been riding for many, many years. And George just came in today. He's pumped up. He's won 1,400 races. He finished second in the Arkansas Derby, also in the Sunland Derby, and on Conquest Mo Money, and also competed in the Preakness Stakes in 2017. So I'm selecting George Carreno. Fantastic to see him up here. He's won some jockey titles, including Zia Park. So this will be his first go around here at the Auburn Oval, Joe.
10 wins at Emerald Downs in
There he is.
2003.
We both look like jockeys, don't we, Phil?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Huh?
That's good that you were in that picture. That's good. That's really good. Okay, George Carreno.
Yes.
Gary's prediction. I'm going to go with Juan Gutierrez. Juan's won a title here at Emerald Downs. He's been in the top 5 15 times, and he's going to be riding quite a bit. He has rehabbed his shoulder. He took all of last year off, and in the year he didn't ride, he was inducted into the Washington Thoroughbred Hall of Fame. He has a couple of Long Acres Mile wins. He can do a front runner. He can do a closer. He's in front right there in the 2007 mile aboard the Great Face. Tyler Bay's coming up on another Ron Crockett color bearer. That is Raised the Bluff.
Wow.
The Great Face and Raised the Bluff to the finish. Yeah, and
Wow.
Juan won it. And 2 years earlier, he won aboard No Giveaway at 60-1 for trainer Grant Forster, owner Herman Sarkowski. So I'm going to go with Juan. How about trainer of the year? We'll start with myself. I'm going to be a little provincial in here. Steve Bullock had a great season last year. He's got a couple returning stars with Sip and Fire and Northwest Factor. He's got several young horses as well. A number of 2-year-olds. He's got a promising 3-year-old filly in on opening day. So I'm going to say Steve Bullock with more horses and just really moving forward. He's going to vie for top trainer this year. Gary.
I went with one of the jocks, a trainer who's been first, second, 10 to 12 times, Joe. Let's go with maybe 12. Frank Lucarelli. He's won 5 titles, numerous second-place finishes, always has a lot of horses. Frank's been great in the game, gets new owners. Got a friend, Aaron Bresco, who won 5 races for Frank last year. He's getting some more horses, so I'm thinking Frank can turn the tables with no Jeff Metz.
Yeah, and leave the graphic up because I'm just going to say ditto. I picked Frank as well for all the same reasons.
Yeah,
Yes.
just always has a solid stable. Here's Fuzzy Dolphin winning the Washington Cup for 2-year-old Colts and Geldings last year, and then he followed that up, Fuzzy Dolphin did, with a third in the Gottstein as well. So Frank Lucarelli, yeah, always has 2-year-olds, and a nice, strong stable from him. Again, you guys went over the stats, 5 titles, lots of top 5 finishes for the Enum Claw resident.
He's the all-time leader in wins.
Yes, indeed. Okay, past Tim McCann on that, that's right. All right, we're going to take a timeout, come back with a little more predictions and more on Emerald Downs Weekly here on NBC Sports Northwest.
All right, owner. We got to predict our top owner. Next
Are
segment.
we all going with the chalk there?
We'll see.
1 to 9.
I know.
1 to 20.
I know.
Jeez, no betting.
Emerald Downs Weekly, we are happy to be on NBC Sports Northwest for the first time. That means we're close to opening date because we are. It's this Saturday, April 20th, first race at 2 p.m. at Emerald Downs. I think we have a real exciting card, too, an excellent card of racing to kick off this season, Phil. And you guys talked about the 24-karat giveaway. We've got some nice prizes. So
And the Toucans, a steel drum band coming out to perform before the first race outside the admission gates.
I like it.
So that'd be fun.
Yeah. We'll get some atmosphere coming on. Let's get back to some predictions. Top owner for 2019. And there's probably going to be a couple surprises there. But boy, John Parker was claiming horses last year and over the fall as well. He is a 3-time defending owner champion. He's a goal setter. He wants to be leading owner, and he'll jump in and claim your horse if he wishes, and he does it. And I'm taking him. How about you guys?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. And he has predicted that not only will he win, but he may even break the record.
For most wins.
That's going to be tough.
Most
I think
wins
that's
at Emerald
26.
Downs. Yeah, he's shooting for it.
Keith Swaggerty.
There he is with Gold Rush Dancer. That's his horse.
Gold Rush Dancer
Winning
taking
the
the
mile.
mile of
Joe?
2017.
Who's the owner, Joe? Only owner to win 4 owner titles for the most wins in Emerald Downs history.
It's probably Ron Crockett.
That's right.
Ron Crockett still the track's all-time leading owner in wins and purse earnings, and he had a pretty good year last year. He won at 20%.
Yep.
So, Ron,
He could
great
be in
supporter of the game, you might say.
Yeah,
Understatement. Okay, we all have John Parker for our predicted leading owner for 2019. Let's go to some wild card predictions. Phil, how
Boy.
about you? What's your
I'm
wild
not sure
card
about
for
this
this
one.
year?
My wild card prediction is, well, you go first.
Okay, I'll go first. I'm going to go with
Somebody whisper me what mine was because
I'll
I
go
can't
second.
remember.
I'm going to take
I gotta
trainer
look.
Chris Stensley to win 10 maiden races this year. There is no talking back, who was a 3-time winner, including a stakes race on closing day. Chris is going to have a solid season. She's got no talking back coming back. She's got Guarding the Money coming back as well. Guarding the Money? Guardian 1 coming back as well. That was a 3-time winner. But, she had 10 or 11 2-year-olds last year, and I think only one of them started. Then she's got those 3 2-year-olds that are full brothers to all the horses at the meeting. She's going to win 10 maiden races
You already
this
won
year.
the stat of the week for that
Yes.
show. Just,
He deserved that.
Okay,
Yes.
Gary?
The wild card pick for 2019, I think in one of our races for the exotic animals, the camel race is going to be a dead heat. I think we're going to have a dead heat. It's going to be too close to call.
oh, my.
Remember this race last year, Phil?
No, I don't want to remember this one.
There'll be an age limit this year for this race. But this was one stirring last 50 yards.
Yeah, with Paul Johnson
Paul-
hanging off the
Paul-
side of his camel.
Paul was riding hard.
Oh,
He's getting a
boy.
little- come on, Paul.
Hold on.
That was a pretty close race right there, right?
Was it?
It
Who won
was.
It?
Paul.
It
Paul was okay.
George Rosales.
George Rosales won it,
Yeah.
okay.
And
He
my
also
other-
won the Portland Mile.
And the other prediction was the Trifecta King's going to show a profit this year in the program, Joe.
Are we
Now-
going to keep track of it if you're
Yes.
behind?
Behind or ahead?
I wish I would
Absolutely.
have predicted. You should have predicted last year you would throw a ringer in the horseshoe toss. But okay, my wild card prediction is on Memorial Day.
What do we do on Memorial Day?
A record Memorial Day crowd will show up at Emerald Downs for Memorial Day. We run every year. A record crowd will be here for the
Reason?
first annual Diaper Derby on Memorial Day.
Diaper
Okay,
Derby.
I
Diaper
think
Derby.
We've had close to 10,000 on Memorial Day before.
Okay, for the last maybe 10 years.
Okay.
Diaper Derby, is there?
It'll be
How old is the baby got to be?
6 months to 12 months.
All right, they got to bring
Yes.
down the ID and the whole 9 yards, right? This is going to be a first-class run promotion.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Diaper Derby registration will begin. What date is that? The 30th. The 30th, April 30th, on our website. If you have
Yes.
a baby that you want to be in the Diaper Derby on Memorial Day, check it out.
That's great. Okay.
Yes, record crowd.
Lots of racing on the track at Emerald Downs this year. Even more. I thought our promotion schedule was full last year. It's even bigger this year at the track. You know, we brought up Juan Gutierrez, as I pronounce his name that way, Gutierrez. He's been inducted into the Washington Thoroughbred Hall of Fame. That is a huge feat for any jockey. Of course, the 2 Long Acres Mile wins. Juan is back. He's number 2 all-time in wins behind Galen Mitchell. And with a really big year, he could pass Mitchell. He's number 3 all-time in stakes wins at Emerald Downs. He has 15 top 5 finishes, as you see at the bottom. How about number 2 in all-time earnings behind Mitchell with over $14 million in purse earnings? He has the highest single-day earnings. 228,000. He has the most stakes wins in one day. He's done that twice with 3. And he also, the year he won the title, the top single season win percentage, 27%. This guy's been an important jockey in our history.
Absolutely.
And he is back.
I got one, the Minutia stat. You get added on
Wonderful. Nice
Those
job
are
there,
good.
TV.
there. He won. He's won a race on opening day 10 different times. That's a record.
Okay.
That's a
Now you should have used that, man.
You like
that
that
would have
stat?
won.
That could have been
No,
your
10
stat of the
different
week.
years. Juan's
I
won a
know.
race on opening day. He's looking for number 11 Saturday.
We missed him last year. We really did. So
Yeah.
it's nice. It's
Yeah.
really nice to have him back.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. So Juan, a great returner for the jockey colony here at Emerald Downs. Julian Couton, he hasn't been up for opening day just about every year. Maybe the year he won the title, he might have been here from start to finish. Don't remember, but he does have a title here. So some of the names among the jockeys, as Gary mentioned, his new best friend, George Carino. Franklin Sabalos has done some good work in Southern Cal as an apprentice. Ryan Barber. Barber was here in the late 90s. He's still a pretty young guy. He is back. He's been all around the country. And Herbieta Eddie Martinez, also a new name at Emerald Downs, and a veteran polished rider as well.
Patrick Henry Jr., who
Yeah.
won the Portland Meadows meets back.
Yep, indeed. Okay, we're going to take a time out. We'll come back with our final segment on our first Emerald Downs Weekly of 2019.
You know, if you get started now, Gary, you might have an entry in next year's Diaper
He
Derby.
made a new friend.
Would the baby be eligible? Well, I mean, let's see. I don't know. Get started.
Yeah.
Hey, Phil, can I run an entry? An entry. Baby 1 and 1A?
Where are you going to get these babies?
You need to have a date first.
Thanks for joining us every week here, Emerald Downs Weekly, right here on NBC Sports Northwest. And again, looking forward to opening day this Saturday, first race 2 p.m. at the track. Weather expected to be fairly nice as well. We like that. And just a lot of things happening. Again, the promotional schedule is action-packed. We've got the 24-karat giveaway on opening day. Fill out your entry blanks. And Gary, a lot of stuff happening the next several weeks.
Yeah, buffet also on opening day. Teacher Appreciation Weekend. All the teachers can come on out, just show their ID, get in for free, enjoy a day of racing, get a pop and some chips. A new event this year, Phil, Cinco de Mayo. We're going to come out with some dancing horses and have some music. That should be a fun day.
The day before that, too.
Yeah,
is a
and
big
Derby Day, of course, with the hat contest. That's a big weekend now.
Huge.
That
at the
is.
track, yeah.
Yes. We've had big crowds on Derby Day. People coming from all over on school buses, dressed to the nine. Makes for a fantastic day.
First race 2 p.m.
Yep,
on
our
Derby
first race
Day.
is 2 o'clock.
Yep.
Derby goes about, 3:30?
Yep.
Following weekend, we have live music on our first Fab Friday. Make sure to come on out, get your T-shirt, and you can wear it back every Friday for free entrance.
It's huge. You got to get your Fab Friday T-shirt on May 10th for free admission the rest of the season.
And you can enter into the $1,000 horseshoe toss.
Yes.
And if you throw a ringer, $1,000, right, Phil? I still have that money in the shoebox
Yeah.
somewhere in the corner. We'll have to get
All
that out.
1,000 of it?
Well, pretty close to it.
Okay.
And we're thinking adding a little spice to the event this year is if somebody were to throw a ringer, we'll have dollar beers at the 2 grandstand bars until the running of the next race.
Okay, that will be popular.
Very popular.
We have a long drought with a horseshoe toss ringer from one of our contestants.
I
We've
know.
had Gary and Tom Porter threw
Porter.
a ringer as the guest celebrity tosser last year.
Right.
Yeah, and
Gary's
Mother's Day
greatest
weekend.
athletic
I
feat
know,
in
that was
his
great.
history.
And Mother's Day weekend was the last event on that list where
Mother's Day weekend.
because Mother's Day is always so popular. Our buffet sells out on Mother's Day Sunday, so we decided to do it on Saturday as well. The same buffet, and it's actually, you could save some money coming out on Saturday,
Right.
or maybe you have plans with mom and the family on Sunday. Now you can come out to the track on Saturday as well.
And Sunday, lots of drawings for the moms.
That's right.
Yeah.
We are famous for our prize drawings on
Yes.
Mother's Day. Make sure mom fills out her free entry blank because area businesses and Friends of Emerald Downs support with some really nice prizes. We'll be doing that throughout the afternoon on Sunday, May 12th.
We're going to make a
Mother's
pick,
Day.
right? For this
Yeah,
week?
let's make a pick.
Let's make a pick.
I'm going to go to the 8th race on opening day. This is a 5.5 furlong dash. Levitation was really good here last year. Charles Essex training. Iron Rob was really good here last year. An older horse. Now are trained by Ken Elison. Wine at 9 has 13 wins at Emerald Downs. He has won fresh each of the last 2 years for trainer Vince Gibson, but I'm going to maybe the 3rd or 4th favorite in a 7-horse field. The new 4-year-old He's Not Gray, trained by Candy Kreiderman. She had him last year. It's a John Parker-owned horse, and, you know, he won his career debut, which is winning fresh. He ran a big second last year in his first start, and then he ended the meet on fire. He won 3 in a row sprints, and his last win on September 2nd by 7 lengths. I mean, this is a good racehorse. He's up against it, but he's going to be a decent price, and he looks to be training well. I'll go with He's Not Gray, number 2 in the 8th.
Gary?
Phil. Or Gary.
Gary,
Phil.
you want me to go? Okay,
Yeah,
I'm going
I'll
to
go-
take.
I'll go
I'm going to
third.
take Ragazzi Cat only because I want to say Ragazzi Cat is trained by Arturo Arboleda, who, as of opening day, would have just turned 95 years old. Happy birthday, Arturo, whose birthday is actually on the 19th.
A robust 95.
He looks great. He
does.
sounds great. Saw him this morning. Unbelievable.
Gary?
I would go in the opener, the
Okay.
first dash of the season. I always look for speed horses first few weeks of the meet. That's usually horses get out front, make the lead. I'm going to go with the 1 horse, Bill Tillett trained Centurion, ridden by Ryan Barber. First race of the year, number 1.
There you go. Get
Okay,
off to a good
number 1 on
start.
the first for Gary Salturian. And, hey, a good friend of Emerald Downs has done some nice work for us.
Yeah,
Phil.
you know, we talk about all the promotions for the year. So Norb, who hosts our Seahawk viewing parties here in the off-season up on the 5th floor, has put together, along with our TV department with all the footage we had, a promotional video for the season. And it's a tune that you will be singing along with. And we're going to play it for you here on Emerald Downs Weekly to close out the show. And this will tell you everything that's going on at Emerald Downs. It's also posted on our YouTube channel.
He just did in less than 2 minutes what we just took 50-some minutes to do.
Pretty much. And
Here's Norb
here
Cam.
it is.
Norb.
Emerald Downs and NordCam.
There's a party, Emerald Downs, Emerald Downs, with my family. Emerald Downs, Emerald Downs, Emerald Downs.
Yeah, Emerald Downs is the place I'm going. Great fun, great food, race horses are running. Live racing in the spring and summer. Free admission for those kids ages 17 and under. Now pay attention, I must mention the following dates are special occasions. Wear your best hat on Kentucky Derby Day. Then treat mom to a delicious buffet. Get down to the downs with smiling faces for zebras, camels, and ostrich races. Want to see something cute and picture worthy? Babies crawling to the finish in the diaper derby. Here's some dates you can't be missing. Every June there's Indian relay racing. Want to try some treats, meat or vegetables? Then you gotta check out the Food Truck Festival. On July 3rd, you may have heard fireworks spectacular will rock your world. If cute little puppies are more your pace, make sure you're here for the Wiener Dogs race. We celebrate La Comunidad Latina, Fiesta, Premio Esmeralda, with Hispanic food and mariachi bands, and some special horses that can actually dance. In the second half of the Downs racing season, why should you go? Here's a few good reasons. Next up's one of my favorite dates, cause what's more cuter than a corgi race? Every August, it's your mission to come to the Downs for this yearly tradition. Championship Sunday, Long Acres Mile. Trust me when I say it's gonna really be wild. September racing, yeah, what's up? It's a Stallion Day and the Washington Cup. A pizza eating contest for those who dare. We got simulcast racing throughout the whole year.
It's a party.